I don't know if today's going to be a proper session, but I think I have an idea of what we're going to do. What we were gearing up towards today was going to be, potentially something big. You guys were planning on, potentially going down and getting the glass today. But there was obviously some planning that needed to be done. We don't have Sock nor Irish this morning, which,
damn.
No.
to be honest, we'll probably need everybody for the next thing coming up.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I did want to give you guys an opportunity to, at the very least, in character, even if, Halgrim and Z are sleeping, to do some proper planning. The synopsis, it'll be a little bit of a stranger episode. I'll give a proper recap next time, but the synopsis of everything that happened last time was you guys talked to Mayana. She gave you a map that leads you down to the Titan. You talked to Gul'dan, who was like, hey, do what I say or I'm gonna fucking kill you guys. And then you guys got a hold of Hyloraxis, who is now helping you in a potential operation to kidnap the leader of what is more or less a cartel in a foreign city. So,
do you want a
We are
TLDR?
the CIA. Let's
Yeah, I was
go.
to say, you want a TLDR? What I have written down, after a long and convoluted discussion, the gang decides to become the CIA.
yeah.
That's what happened.
Guys, you said you wanted political intrigue in your D&D campaign, right? Well, we're kidnapping the leader of a political faction.
No.
Yeah. But I wanted to, give you guys the opportunity to do that. We are, back at Delphine's house after a long day. And we just doing some planning. Other than that, if you guys have ideas of, what else you want to be maybe doing before this next portion, that's what we'll, you could do whatever. We can get moving on that, but otherwise it is a sort of interim session until we have everybody to be able to go down and do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't
Got
even
all
know how
my
to prep.
shit.
I don't prep things. I just punch shit. It was a problem for me.
Aubrey
So
spends 2 hours praying.
I've never done this sort of thing before. I generally just, sit in a temple all day and help people die. So
So, what you're telling me is that you have never decided to grab a group of ragtag adventurers and try and kidnap the leader of a faction.
essentially, yeah.
Oh, you haven't done that before?
I was going to say I don't think you are alone in that fact, but I appear to be mistaken.
Well, I never did it, but I certainly heard my father talk about doing it a lot.
Oh, that's a common thing amongst you nobles, huh?
Well, yes, how do you suppose people in power stay in power?
Oh,
The
I don't know.
honor of
Maybe
the
they earned it,
people.
but
No. It's sweet, but
Oh.
but a naive notion. No.
There is no naivety to the notion, as that is how I retained my power as elder in Nettlegard's Haven.
If you say so.
okay, so it's just humans then.
Yeah,
Well, now we're getting borderline offensive.
but
Really?
she is not wrong.
Or maybe it's just turtles who are nice. I don't know.
Hmm.
Until you piss us off.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I can only say so much, but in Drow society, there's far less kidnapping and more just direct challenges and slaughter. But
I am uncertain if that is much better than kidnapping.
It all seems morally dubious to me.
It's more direct.
How about you, Keel? What do you bird people do?
I, they tried to kill me, so I came here. So
See? They tried to kill her. Just
Yeah,
like
See,
you.
they're
How do the leaders of your home come to be?
Kill starts looking very confused. They're just always there. They just told everyone what to do.
Don't ask the poor bird about politics,
So
Yokongo.
the same as Bannerhold, then likely kidnapping in a royal lineage.
I
Kill's
do.
gonna
I think
start
you'll
looking
find that.
dis-
Go on.
Kill's gonna start looking distressed and like grab Aubrey's hands. I'm gonna try and throw you off a cliff too, Aubrey.
What? No, dear. It's okay. It's okay. Yokongo's just waxing
Nobody is throwing anyone off of any cliffs.
He wouldn't be able to if he tried anyway. Trust me.
Do not tempt me.
So we have the map, but we need to deal with the Oak Bloods first.
Yes, we do. Or perhaps not first. He wanted us to go and get the goods for him. We could go down, acquire what we need. Once we have it, the people we're looking for will be almost certain to meet us, no? That's when we spring our trap.
Possibly, but don't we want Gunvar and Gul'dan together?
Yes.
How
Yes.
can we guarantee them together?
I would assume that such a big delivery, he would want his best people there. We could, once we have the living obsidian, we hold all the cards. We could demand to meet both of them. Demand may be the wrong word, but
True.
suggest that they both show up. They're going to be, we have the leverage at that point.
And then how do we do it? Do we spell them? Which spell?
Unless we have
backup
something.
plan.
Unless we have a spell that can hold them securely, for sure, then it may be a fight. And we may need to just try to hit them with the hilt of our blades, so to speak. Take them out that way.
I doubt
Knock them out like we did the others.
Yes.
Yes. We will likely need to beat the shit out of them.
Yes.
That's going to require... Okay, yeah.
What
That's not going
I
to be easy.
believe we should do is speak to Vasmora and see what requirements we may need to obtain the living obsidian for our own sake.
Good idea.
As
And
we
how
can
much are we
then
gonna tell her?
Well, she wants us to.
tell her only what is necessary to be told.
I'm trying to remember what she knows. Does she know we're going down there for it?
No. But she knows that we want to help with the Oak Bloods' control over and their meddling in at least her affairs.
Do you think it would be enough to tell her that the Oak Bloods are after living obsidian and we need to get it first? Do you think that'd be enough to convince her to speak?
I do not, as I believe there is no limit to this obsidian. There is no difference of us getting it first or second.
Unless
What
us
we-
getting us first is key to stopping the Oak Bloods, which she wants to do, right?
Perhaps.
Here's the thing, too,
that's
is that,
true.
I mean, we're not even supposed to acknowledge that living obsidian actually exists.
Yes, but
It's,
she knows, right?
uh,
She may not
I
speak it
mean,
aloud, but she knows.
she's the leader of the Deep Watch. Yes, she's aware.
So we talk around it if we must. But she'll understand
mean-
what we're saying, right?
Yes. Yeah. I would hope so. She seems capable enough.
So we could go to her, say, we're trying to deal with this problem. We found out what they're after, something deep in the mines, wink wink. In order to stop them, we need to get it first, so we need to know how and what we need.
Okay, and then what happens when she asks for it back after we've achieved what we need to achieve? We say, oh
I-
no, sorry, we need to keep this?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Or we leave before she asks.
That's...
Or she will be so grateful to us for stopping the Oak Bloods that she won't mind 6 or 7 pieces going missing.
I believe it is simply a discussion we must have with her. We require the obsidian. Whether we do it in a sneaky way or an honest way is up to us. But I believe we are forthcoming as a group and mean no ill intent.
I mean, being...
I hope that we can assure Vastmora of this fact.
I don't want to lie to the people in my home.
I agree. I believe
The last thing I need is to survive all of this and come back and be a pariah
Delphine,
more than I already am.
I could lie to them for you. I don't mind. I'll lie to the people in your hometown. No problem.
I
I
do
can help.
not believe
No.
we need to lie to
Okay,
anybody.
I was just putting it out there.
I believe we speak on what is asked and we do not overindulge details.
Works for me.
Okay.
I also believe that we should work towards garnering the trust of the other faction leaders that may align with the disdain for the Oak Bloods. We must speak with Mayana once again, I believe, and perhaps Vastmora will help. I would like to believe that Shatterfoot could be a helpful individual as well. I do not believe we can go to Aeronaut until Algrim wakes up, as he has his magical little image creations to
Exactly.
help relay conversation, and we require evidence to bring to Aeronaut, which we do not presently have.
No, he had another episode, so he needs his rest.
I believe we go to Vastmora first, Mayana second, and Shatterfoot last.
We have to go talk to her again.
I believe we do to secure her support as a guild leader in
I mean,
eliminating
she
the
already
threat
gave
of
us the
the
map.
Bloods.
Did she
She
not?
did give us the map, but we will require her support, I believe, in convincing Aeronaut in the apprehension that we have planned so that we do not become wanted fugitives for kidnapping.
Delphine, I cannot remember correctly. Forgive me, I can't remember what you filled us in on. Did Mayana not suggest that she cares not for this politics, that she wants to
She
stay out of
doesn't.
it?
She doesn't care. If it doesn't affect the temple, then she doesn't care.
And doesn't care means she doesn't care either way, right? So she won't care if we take them out.
Well,
But
on the
she
flip side,
will
she also
care if
Why?
Galdan rules the city.
none
That
She
will.
needs to
has
let
said
her.
that she doesn't. She's said as much that she doesn't care. We had the conversation
As long
with her.
as she
told her,
can keep doing what she's doing and she leaves the house alone, she doesn't care who's in charge.
I'm not saying we don't talk to her, but I am saying it may be fruitless if she simply
Also,
doesn't have a stake.
if it ends up with my being expelled from the city, she may actually be in favor of it.
Again, I'm not saying we don't talk to her, but I do feel if she's already implied that she doesn't care which way, then it might be opening up a loose end for little gain.
I understand the concerns. I am simply seeking as many allies as we can acquire before doing the necessary acts that await us.
I think that's a good idea. I think we just have to choose our allies carefully.
I agree. I believe, although Mayana does not appear to have a opinion on the outcome as long as her house is left to be, I believe that we can convince her that if things do not go how we plan it to, things will change, and likely for the worst.
So do
And
you
likely-
plan on having this conversation with her, or?
I can indeed speak with her instead of you.
Someone wake me up when that's done.
I don't know if she's gonna have the patience for that. And I'm saying that in the nicest way possible.
That is too bad for her.
hmm.
I have ideas.
There is another thing as well. If a concern that I have, because when okay, so when Bromdar was talking about being brought back from the dead, after being long dead, we found out that somebody from my house was the one who did it.
Mom, thank you for the 30 months. Appreciate
As a
it.
favor to Gul'dan.
Witchinsmom just subscribed.
Yes, that did happen, I recall.
And with that being said, it now seems as though my mistress is the one who may have done it. Meaning that she either Gul'dan owes her a favor, is indebted to her, or she's indebted to him,
That would be bad.
or they have a working relationship that I am unaware of.
Would also be bad.
This
Yes,
is
which
very plausible.
is why I think that telling her this part of the plan may not be a good idea.
I do tend to agree with Delphine because I'm running through this conversation in my head. We talk to her and we say the Goldbloods are doing this, and she says, I don't care. As long as I can keep doing my thing, whatever. And then even if we convince her that it's going to be really bad if it goes wrong, and she's going to stand there and say, okay, what do you want me to do about it? She's certainly not going to send people to help us. She's not going to give
You
us
saw
equipment.
her reaction to
That's what I'm saying.
my talking about wanting to learn to heal people, to help people. It's almost this blasphemy to her. Although, yes, we specialize in death. It isn't the only face our god has. And she refuses to see that. And so, if she's bringing people back from the dead, that is... Do you... That is a huge hypocrisy to everything that she has stood for. And it would undermine her.
You would like to blackmail her with this information?
Okay, first of all, no. Second of all, I mean, she's not one to be trifled with. That's why I have the concern, and I don't want to include her in this part of the plan because, that's why I appealed to her, the whole, if the severing becomes a more common practice, then it will undo a lot of what we focus on, what she focuses on. Ever since Juna, it's been like this between she and I. We've been butting heads, and she just refuses to see.
I just don't think we gain anything by telling her.
No, I think we've gotten all that we can get from her right now.
Yeah. I think you're Congo. I think you're right that we need allies and we need as many people as possible, but we need allies who will help us or will back us if need be. And I don't think she will do either. I think telling
And who
her
don't
is
hate
just
that
a loose end.
we breathe. Well, me,
I
anyways.
understand the perspective.
Now, if you have an idea and you feel very passionate about it, far be it from me to stop you.
I do not desire to contest the opinions put forth at this time.
Thank you.
So do you want to lead the
Okay.
charge with the other lady, your Congo you wanted to talk to?
We will speak to Vasmora first and go from there. I
Okay.
believe we can speak with her well in regard to what we require and the situation at hand. We will answer her questions, but not give more information than what is necessary.
Oh,
I will follow your lead, O wise turtle.
yeah.
I will do my best.
But I might start calling him wise every now and then, Delphine, just like help him feel a bit better about like big and
Listen,
It's nice. I'm being nice.
I've never questioned his wisdom. It's
You
just
haven't?
the pace of his wisdom that is
I've questioned it.
concerning.
I've questioned it.
I mean,
But I'm being supportive.
stating the obvious doesn't mean that he's not wise. It just,
Doesn't mean that he is.
well, I mean,
Or many.
Oh
The
my God.
obvious is
What are you
not
doing here?
obvious. I imagine you two were like talking off to the side, and Yokonga just kind of like slides his head around the corner, like. Or many. The obvious is not so obvious.
See,
And
there
then
he goes again,
leaves.
being wise. You're so wise, you Congo. I'll fall in behind you. I'll follow him to the lady we're
I guess
seeing.
we just
I keep
had, yeah,
saying
we
I
just,
keep forgetting.
we all going to Vasmora?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, excuse me. Irish, just to give you a little rundown. We're, I mean, everything that happened last session was, I mean, the recap of that is, you guys got a map to go down to the Titan. They visited Gul'dan. He was like, hey, do these things or I'm gonna fucking kill you guys. And now, I want, what we're gearing up to do, is, you guys are likely heading into something big here. So and Sock's not here today. So we were going to have a little interim session for, plotting, planning, getting things sorted. That's what they've been doing, what we're doing now. Just giving you a heads up there, and we're headed to go see Vasmora. Okay. All right. Okay, let me do some things really quick. So you guys are headed in the direction of the glass mine where you saw her last. Let me do a thing. Okay. Middle of the day or so. Okay. So you guys gather yourselves, head in that very same direction. I would say that arriving in that area, it would take you a significant amount of time, but Vasmora would be among, a lot of the foremans here, sort of giving them direction to send their crews out. What's up?
Before we approach,
Mhm.
Delphine, I am somewhat unfamiliar with the expectations of conversation and talking points within this city. What should I avoid?
Do not mention Magobsi directly. Don't say his name. Don't
It's a very,
mention
very fun
don't mention the Titan. Don't say, don't talk too loudly when you discuss the living obsidian. Just, just try to be very discreet whenever you're touching on those specific topics. Everything else is, I mean, obviously don't go hollering it, but Just keep your voice down, if you can.
I can do that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who named it Magoopsy? I mean, like,
I
they couldn't come up with something more threatening.
don't know. That's been its name for
mother.
as
Did it give
long
itself
as
its name? I feel like it's what
I-
someone says when they slip on a banana peel. Magoopsy!
Okay. I don't say that, please, because
Okay,
that's
sorry.
yeah.
Oh shit, that was fucking funny. Okay, that was good.
I'm unfamiliar of its lineage, but I know that it has existed for as long, if not longer, than Blackstone has been around. So,
With a name
uh,
like that, I would suggest that its lineage is somewhere from the children's nursery rhymes.
are you done?
Yeah, sorry, I'm done making fun of the name.
Oh, okay. All right.
Magoopsy, I
Did
killed
you
all
get it all out of your system? There you go.
Yes, I got it out of my system until I see
You
it
got it out of
again,
your
and then-
system?
And then,
Oh, okay.
as soon as I see it, it's all gonna come back out.
Okay. Well,
Hey, how long
you
does
know,
guidance
that's-
last?
I think it's a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Delphine, I may need you to tap me on the shoulder at some point during this conversation.
I'm doing really bad. Tap me on the
okay. I'll. Yes.
I'm sitting back and
I'll-
watching this one.
I'll do my best to guide you as much as I can.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Okay. You can see her. She's, consulting like this group of foremen, and she sees you guys coming up, and she's sending the few guys on their way, and you're sort of in a more like in a managerial area at the top of the mine, but you could see that there is like lots of crews that are heading down into the mine today. But yeah, Vesmora, she sees you guys coming up. She's right, you lot again. Can I help you?
Believe you can help us a lot. Is there a location the lot of us could speak privately?
I suppose I've got a office not that far, so I suppose we could head that way.
After you.
Of course, right. She leads you guys into one of the nearby like managerial buildings. She navigates through the hallways, but eventually she's got like a smaller humbler office. Truly Vesmora appears to be managing the working people here. Is much more humble compared to what you've seen at like Hammer's Keep and whatnot. But she leads you in. There's a couple of benches and chairs that you could be sitting on. She takes a seat at her own desk. She's what's going on?
We require your assistance. You are very familiar with the mines and surrounding nature of this area, correct?
I would hesitate to say there's anyone better.
That is wonderful. Then we have come to the right person. When we first met, you told us of many frustrations with the interlopers. Is that correct?
Right. Probably said a bit more than I should have, but yes.
Do not fear, as we wish to assist. But for this help, we will also require your help.
I see. On what authority exactly are you doing that? I mean, don't get me wrong. We are accepting help, but I don't want to be doing anything that's gonna compromise my position. You understand?
We do not intend to act without the support of Aeronaut. And that is in part what we require your assistance for.
I see. All right. This. Well, if you're planning on speaking to Aeronaut, this is. Surely you've got something actionable.
We believe we do. But I am sure you can understand requiring to keep certain things confidential.
All right. Well, let's hear it.
What?
Well, you said that you were looking to assist, but you would
Yeah.
require something to keep things confidential.
Yes. You would like to know what we need your help with now, I'm assuming.
That's what that was. Yeah.
Okay, I apologize. I am figuring things out sometimes. We require your assistance and guidance in how we could potentially venture deeper without causing trouble for you, your people, or the city as a whole.
I see. Well, I suppose it depends on what route you take getting down there. Where exactly are you looking to go in the mine?
You require to obtain a specific resource only available in your mind.
She tilts her head up. Well, we've got. I feel as if we've got plenty of those. I mean, most of Literra's obsidian comes from here, so is that what you're looking just for a spot of obsidian? You could purchase that at the Cinder Market.
At one, but a step up.
Okay.
I'm trying, guys. I promise I'm trying. I'm trying.
You're doing a great job, dude.
Delphine's gonna lean over to Aubrey. Why does this hurt?
I will speak plainly.
Oh, are you sure about that? Go.
You know exactly what we need.
She squints and leans forward and is looking at you with her good eyes. She's, I think I understand what you're saying, but how's that gonna help us with our situation? Also, a foolish endeavor in its entirety.
There's no question about the foolishness of our endeavors, and yet here we stand before you.
Delphine's gonna keep starting to open her mouth and hold her finger up,
just-
and then she's gonna stop.
Aubrey
And then
grabs
she's just
Delphine
gonna-
on the arm, just like, no.
Right.
I wish I could explain more thoroughly, but if we are able to obtain what we require, this will relieve the pressure on you from the interlopers.
I suppose I'm just not realizing the connection there. Give me persuasion, yo.
Come on, baby.
Rose guide him.
Come on, make her realize the connection with a high roll.
You said persuasion? Okay. Plus 1d4. It's 1d4 still, right? Your bless? Or guidance, sir?
Yes. I Dios mío.
I was bad. I was a bad roll. Very bad roll.
I don't understand why that is necessary at all. You realize I'm hesitant to send what you lot are essentially, don't get me wrong, very kind and sympathetic, but you are strangers, and by all means, from what I've seen, I mean, you look like you're capable of combat, but to my knowledge, civilians.
This is a valid perspective you hold. So I ask you, what could we do for you to change that perspective and earn your trust?
I suppose I'd need some time to think on that, my friend. Yeah, I'm not sure what immediately comes to mind. Your friends seem to have something that they want to say.
I believe they have had much to say this entire time.
Delphine, do you want to do this or do you want me to do this?
Lady Vismora, I'm sorry, you.
Tried.
You tried. You did great. I'm very proud of you.
I'm sorry.
I think what my friend was trying to do was to be subtle, given the sensitivity of the information. He was trying his best to be discreet, and it's not something that he's very familiar with. So I apologize if we're not trying to pull one over on you or anything like that. He was merely just trying to be subtle.
I was instructed to be discreet.
Yes, he was.
Right.
You're so
with
discreet, you're
that
barely know what
being
you're talking
said,
about.
we had spoken before about the interference of a certain faction in the city. And we found that they have a specific want from the mine.
We need to get it before they do.
Essentially.
Right.
Now, we have spoken to the head of my order. So, the way has been made clear to us. But I was also told that you sometimes come across some of this substance and was wondering if you had any to help us with this.
I see. What we've recovered, I'm afraid, is not much, but I'm sure that we could get some of it. I'm afraid that it's the only reason that we've ever been down there.
Oh, hello.
Ah!
Oh,
I'm back.
Discord
I'm back.
died.
I'm back.
oh,
Last
sure.
thing I heard from you was we
What
recovered.
we've recovered.
oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
What we, oh my god, we're getting there. What we have recovered is not a lot. It's a very small amount. The only reason that we've ever properly been down there was, well, we had some access ways, and we still do, but they're for the most part closed off. We don't allow lots of, or I don't allow lots of the guys to go down there. The less it is disturbed, the better. So, I mean, I could
Right.
get you a spot of it, but I'm not sure how much you're needing.
That's a great question.
Can we sidebar?
Yeah, of course. Take your time, my friend.
Thank you. Give us just a moment. What?
Do we all require a blade,
Yes.
or
It's-
do we use one blade
No, it breaks.
for all? Okay.
It breaks
No,
after you've severed
it
the
breaks
connection.
in the ritual. Yes.
So we require enough for
One for every
Six.
member of
Five.
Shaky D
Five.
to be
five. No, because of
5.
Delphine and C, we require 5 blades.
Yes.
Yes.
But how? Okay.
Do I
So
tell her
do-
that?
That's what I am
Well,
concerned.
I mean,
Do we
you
tell
could.
her we
could
require
ask her.
enough for 5 small knives?
Guys, if she has
But-
5 blades, we could just bounce. We could just get it and go. You know what I mean? We just get out of here.
We're not leaving them to
I'm just,
struggle.
okay. All right. I'm just saying. Okay.
Especially not with Halgrim's brother in
Oh,
danger.
actually, we can't.
I-
Actually, with the secret out, I changed my mind. We must stay here and can
Mhm.
have some concern if we tell her what is the equivalent to the size of 5 blades. I
you just say we
don't
need 5
know
pieces.
if it would be good to tell her we need enough to forge 5
No.
blades. I
No, 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 no.
believe that would be a negative interaction. Maybe we require enough for a beautiful plate.
Or maybe we just ask for like 5 big bits if they've got them. You know, we don't be specific
Say
about
it's
it.
for spines. Spines could have some for these back looking at spikes, so therefore we
She's
could
not
chuck
gonna
one
ask
there.
what it's for. We told her that we just need it before them. That's all that matters.
Yes. Now, the question I am trying to make sure we know is how much do we actually need?
Yeah, I think we may be overthinking it. If she says how much do we need, we're like 5 blocks. If you've got them, 5 whatever living obsidian comes in, we need 5 of them. I don't know what it comes in. Yes, we need 5.
It's equivalent to saying we need yes. We need...
Yes, we need a bit. We need a bit. Do you have a bit?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a
And
bit.
good.
This is going so well.
This is-
Okay.
yes.
I
she's
am
good. Is she
sorry
just standing over
that
there
I
looking at us?
botched
She's
this.
staring at
Yes,
us.
she,
I mean,
go,
she's
maybe
staring at
go
us.
back. Maybe we go
We're-
back. now.
Well, yes, we're asking crazy. Okay, I mean,
Sorry, we won't be a moment.
uh, hmm. So
Nodding.
none of us are very familiar with the units that it is measured, cut, weighed in. So I don't know, like one for each of us, perhaps 5 units. I know that the other faction wants significantly more, but if we were to use this as I guess a
Mm.
sample?
Mm. Mm.
But we're not actually giving it to them.
Mm.
Telling
Shush!
that to her, or just
You
her?
had
She's
your
telling it to her,
chance.
right? Yes, she's telling it to her.
So, something along those lines, I guess. If that is feasible. If you don't have it, then, well, we have to enact Plan B.
I'm clarifying. Are you talking to Vesmora now, or are you still talking amongst yourselves? Okay,
I have
just
been. I
making
have,
sure.
yeah.
Okay, I see.
yeah,
I'm just making sure. She pauses for a moment. She's. I understand. I suppose it is difficult. Oh, this is. For some reason I'm Lady Diana right now. Right. This is difficult because not knowing the amount. I could give you what we've got, and to let you down there is, I mean, to be honest, even the routes getting down there can be sort of dangerous. And to be honest, just as a side note, I was thinking about it. A lot of these vagrants have gone down there, sort of exploring where they like. They've ended up in routes that have not been used for a while. I mean, we use them, but it's mostly for like storage. But the reason that we've closed them off is because, well, the deeper you go, the more unstable things become. Lots of elementals down there. What we speak of is not the only thing that you'll be running into. And I think that these lot have they've upset some of the things down there. So that's, if we're doing this, that's something that you'll need to be bearing in mind. She pauses and thinks for a moment. Again, persuasion. I would say, since you're all coming together for this, you could do so with advantage.
Please be kind. Ugh.
She leans back a bit. She's, all right. You need down there, and I'll. I mean, I can get you as far as we can, but I'm not gonna risk any of my men going too far
No, we
in.
wouldn't expect you to. As I said, we have been shown the way.
Right.
And she's just gonna kind of like motion upwards,
She nudges. I understand. Well, if what you're saying's true, and if for whatever reason this material can sort a problem here, then I mean, I'd be hard pressed not to help. So if you need down, I can allow you down there, and I can get you what I have. It's not a lot. When do you need it by?
I mean, not immediately. We're planning on doing this in the next few days. Not a lot of people know about what you have, right?
It's not widely known. It's we've been studying it for some time. All we know is that eh, something that came to light relatively recently is that it's sort of got an effect on she like gestures to like her torso, and she's the situation, but we don't fully understand it. We know that it's different from
Right.
regular obsidian for sure. You can sort of see there's like a faint glow that comes from inside it. It's, I mean, obsidian, most of it black glass. You'd maybe catch a shine or reflection of it from the lights, but with the living obsidian, it's like something shifting around inside it.
That's my concern. The reason why I ask is that I'm afraid that if word were to get out, that this faction may attempt to take it by force. So just be extra careful, please.
All right, we'll have to keep it under wraps for now. So until you need it, it'll be locked away.
And then I guess we were also, in regards to Aeronaut, once we are able to come forth with the evidence to speak out against certain individuals, would we have your support?
These chucklefucks have been harassing us for weeks now. So yeah, anything I can do to get these fuckers out of my mind.
Okay. Well, this will absolutely be, it will help us greatly in our first steps towards that goal.
All right. Well, just let me know beforehand, and yeah, I'll try and speak to Aeronaut in my spare time. He's as steady as these fucking rocks we're digging into. So, but we'll see. That's sort of my job.
Okay. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Of course. Best of luck with all of this. You're playing a dangerous game.
Perhaps.
Don't we know it?
Perhaps just start planting seeds of frustration with Aeronaut in regards to the other group. It will slowly, hopefully, build him against them further, and in the long run, make everything easier for us.
I'll try and speak to him. He's a busy man, but I feel as if this is rather important. So I will.
Your help is greatly appreciated, Vasmora. I am sorry that I was unable to convey our intention initially.
Yeah.
There is no need to apologize. What you lot are trying to do is, it's commendable, and frankly, it's needed. If we are to keep a semblance of order here in Blackstone, and frankly, not potentially have the city come to ruin, you need not to apologize for that, my friend. So thank you in
Alright.
turn.
Well, we won't take up any more of your time. Thank you so much.
Right.
All right, we're gonna head on out.
Okay.
It was a valiant effort, yo. You did great.
It is not my strongest point.
That's perfectly okay. That is perfectly okay. We appreciate the attempt. But given what's at stake, we have to be. I mean, no, we don't have to give them every detail, but we need to be as forthcoming as we can because we're asking a lot.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's one down.
Now
The Shutterfoot next, yeah?
I believe so.
Okay, now I'm sure one of you can take it from here, yes? Given
Like me
Which one are we
to
talking
try Shatterfoot.
Shutterfoot.
Which one's
We're-
that?
we're-
You got to remind me who that is.
That's the head of the
That
record
big.
keepers. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, the
That-
little Weasley man we talked to. That guy.
Well, Weasley is
He was a little bit Weasley in his office. That
I
man is that who
mean,
we're talking to?
more squirrely, just quirky. You know, Weasley has a negative connotation.
Well, I'm not going to say that to his face. Just between us
well,
friends.
Yeah, that's it's
okay.
what the.
I can talk to him. What exactly we're getting out
Why
of
am
him?
I having a senior moment? What the fuck?
Hold on, I'll pull up my notes.
Yes, your Pogo. Remind me what I need to ask him, and I'll ask him. So good.
We require his support in the same way of Vesmora.
Which
in
I believe he
regard
has pledged, has he
to-
not?
Yes, but we require him to probably also be vocal with Aeronaut, like Vesmora will be,
Oh,
in regard
yes.
to a distaste in the Oakblood's presence, and begin planting seeds of doubt to try and convince Aeronaut to look further into it.
I mean,
I can
it's
do
not
that.
even really planting seeds of doubt. You're literally just establishing a pattern.
Sure.
Planting seeds of doubt has a. It.
You're very caught
denotes
up on the
a-
connotations, Delphine.
Okay, well,
I know what
I'm
he meant.
I just this is how I don't want us to seem like we have any kind of sinister, motives.
No, I agree with you, but we're talking amongst ourselves now. We know our motives.
Okay.
I want them to continuously complain to Aeronaut so that he gets sick of their complaining and gets rid of the Oakbloods with us.
We established a
When
pattern.
when we provide the opportunity, he should be chomping at the bit to execute.
Copy that.
Okay, well, from
Let's
what
go-
I know
don't-
of Aeronaut, he's not really one to chomp anything. So,
You know what I mean.
okay. I'm sorry.
Let's
I'm
go talk to
being
him.
I'm being too literal
I
again.
walk away and I turn around. I start walking to him.
Well,
Okay.
We're going to talk about talking to the guy for half an hour otherwise.
still, I need your
What?
notes. What is
What do you-
the
what do you
name
need?
of the fucking thing? What is
What's
the
the
name of the
Shatterfoot?
guild? No,
What is the name of the guild?
it's
He
the
just-
something accord. What is it? The vein
vein
accord.
accord.
There
Vein
it
accord.
is. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, I think I had a stroke. Do I smell burning toast? No, I'm good. I'm good. It's like I was sitting there. I was just about to say it, and I was just like, my mouth opened, and I was like,
I just have written down here's the Historians
remember.
Guild.
okay,
Yeah,
the
it's the
vein
vein
accord is
The
what
Vein
it's
Accord is what it's called?
called.
Okay.
The vein
Mhm.
Fix
accord.
that.
Yes.
Uh,
Holy! I got there in the end though, so let's go.
Is it just like Vein, like V-A-N-E?
Vein.
Oh, Vein, like a ore vein.
Yes, correct.
Vein Accord. That is funny. Haha, I see. We're in a mining town and their fucking historians are part
There
of
we
the
go, there we
fucking Vein
go.
Accord. Funny guy, you, Ziggy. You're a funny guy.
Hey, listen, we're keeping it the thematic here, okay?
I respect it. I respect it.
All right. Yeah, heading back in the direction of both the Cinder Market / the Hammer's Keep. Again, takes you a bit of time, but I would say, again, now being semi-regulars at Hammer's Keep, the guardsmen, they let you in. I would say, entering in C, you would recognize the dwarf woman from before. You see her sort of standing around, talking to, like a larger group of people, along with Basil, who is among them. They're sort of, chatting amongst themselves. But if you wanted to, you can head in the direction of, where the Vein Accord would be located, where you were brought into just the other day. You can head towards Shatterfoot's office / he's got his own little library situation going on. Knocking on the door, you see that little deep gnome, he bald-headed, he still reading through some things. He's yes, can I help you? Oh, it's you all again. Great. All right. What do you need?
Don't look so excited to see us, old friend.
Well, it's talking to you all has been stressful. I mean, it's necessary, I suppose. Maybe I don't know what you all are up to. Just
Well, break out the pipeweed, old boy. It's about to get a little bit more stressful. Do we have a moment?
Under your britches.
Do I have?
Yes, are we safe to speak here?
Come in. He steps out of the way.
Thank you.
What is it now?
Well, we shouldn't take up too much of your time, but in the manner of being helpful allies, we have updates for you, and we have perhaps a request. What we spoke about last time, we are in the process of moving towards our mutual end goal, and we have a plan in mind, but we need help from some of the guild leaders. We need you to voice, where appropriate, your distaste to, what's the guy's name? Who did you need to
Aeronaut.
talk to? Aeronaut. Not in any way that would be abnormal for yourself, but kick up a stink as a guild leader would. And when the time comes, when we have the, I can't say smoking gun, the
Evidence? True.
the arrow that is going to kill them or something. I don't know. When we have what we need, when we have the evidence, we need your backing. We have the backing of other significant individuals within the city. But obviously, the more of a unified front we can present, the less likely or the less options they have to say no. Any questions?
Yeah, what exactly is the plan?
The plan is to get rid of the blight
Right, that
on your great city.
okay. Let's get on the same page here. Okay, I understand the intention. That is your intention. How do you plan on doing that?
We, as I'm sure you understand, keeping something like that under wraps is of vital importance, and no offense, telling it to the man who writes everything down might not be the greatest idea right now.
Also,
When it's all done,
looking out for you.
that too.
You know, possible deniability.
Exactly. Now, when this is all said and done, when we are successful, if you would like to hear tales of our heroics for the history books, well, I would be glad to oblige.
What who do you think that I am exactly? Just a historian? I have
No.
we are information gatherers here. I mean, don't get me wrong. That is, the history of the Blackstone is a part of that, but we are also, up to date on current events and potential futures if that is necessary. Anyway, I understand what you're saying. To write this information down would be, it would put not only myself but lots of people at risk. I feel that's that would certainly be an oversight. So I understand what you're saying there. But I am also hesitant to put blind faith into a ragtag group of people that, I know that you, my lady, of course, live here, but most of you, you are from Bannerhold. How am I to know that this is not some means to a political end of some kind?
What we're not asking you to do is publicly ally yourselves with us. If this goes wrong, if what we seek to do goes wrong, you will not be culpable. As for our intentions, well,
for the 22 months.
I suppose you'll have to judge that
Thank
for
you.
yourself, but I can tell you true, I need to stop the Oakbloods.
Give me persuasion.
Arrow Skynet.
Thank you.
Huge.
Mm.
Still 15?
Holy fuck.
I'm pretty good at that.
Nice.
Pauses for a moment. He's all right. Well, okay. Let's hypothetical. Let's say I do end up helping you guys. Then how? What do you need from me exactly? You said to vouch to Aeronaut, your complaint or whatever it is. You make sure that I do not compromise myself. Is there anything else that you are in need of in that regard?
When we stand before Aeronaut and give him the evidence we have, we just need your backing. We will have the evidence. You'll be able to see it for yourself then and there. If you decide you don't, our means are nefarious or our evidence isn't good enough, you can back off. But I assure you, we will have what you need. And all you need to do is stand there and say, we want the map too. These people have done us a service.
And in the meantime, if you're able to get an audience with Aeronaut to, I don't know, speak to him about the issues that your guild has had with this specific faction, to establish a pattern of unrest that they've been causing.
I suppose you make some good points. And he sets down his clipboard and he slides it just like off to the side on the desk. All right. The plan is sound. And I'm more than confident in the vow to be able to assist with this. So he nods. He's, all right. Sure. I could do that.
Wonderful. And, well, if you feel at any point that things aren't going how you want them, or you have concerns, we will be around the city. You can find us in the, what district is it again?
The Starlit Enclave.
You can find us around the Starlit Enclave. And, well, if the information gets out, then we know where it came from.
My family home
Equally
is
assured.
next to the temple.
Oh, I was going to tell him that part.
He, wide-eyed. He's, all right. I mean, to be honest, I've not been up to the Enclave in a while. No offense to you, ma'am, but your lady and frankly a lot of the drow are very off-putting, very outlandish, and in fact, I think you might be one of the kind of ones that I have met in general. So I'm happy to have at least made your acquaintance. The answer is maybe. That place scares me a little bit, so I'll think about it.
So, on that note, if I may, when last we spoke, you warned us that the glass exchange might be in a little too deep with this faction, correct?
Well, yes. My concern there is that I don't know whether or not that they are in bed together, or rather it just sort of they are just benefiting off one another. My assumption of it is that they are two groups that have come together for mutual benefit for the time being. But as soon as if that changes, I mean, one thing leads to another. They are at one another's throats. I don't know.
Now, as you stated that you are also not just a record keeper, you are up to date on all of the current events and political movements. And are there any other guilds, factions in the city that seem to be benefiting more than others, or more than most, I guess, that seem to be in business or in league with them?
The only bit of information that I've heard in that regard is that it is currently no real profit is occurring. However, there is plots for the long game for them to potentially earn more. To what ends, I do not understand. I do not know exactly. But my understanding is that they are planning on making a lot of money. Ramuna, she has done nothing but meeting after meeting after meeting recently, and it seems like that they are gearing up for something. So who knows?
And this was the Oakbloods?
well, I would I meeting with them. I don't know. I've only ever seen the go-betweens that happen here at Hammer's Keep. But if they are meeting in private, I'm sure that is not beyond reason.
Has anyone taken any note of comings and goings between the Oakbloods and my house?
Well, as you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, no offense, but you all are very standoffish, and frankly, I like doing my best to keep records of everything that I can. And your house, when someone has passed on, they submit records of that, and the rights, so we can keep track of those sorts of things. But as far as personal ongoings, that is mostly we try not to peer in because it would be disrespectful. At least that is what has been clearly communicated to us by your lady. So
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I just figured I would ask. When you said that there were others that wanted, I guess, or that were not approving of the Oakblood's methods, I don't know.
I understand. How I see it, if I'm going guild to guild, I'm annoyed because they are causing a disturbance in a lot of the present ongoings, and making my job a little more difficult than it needs to be. Don't get me wrong. I think that if there were a sudden shift in power, I think well, now that I really consider that's if there's a sudden shift in power and they want to suppress the potential flow of information, then maybe I'm at more risk than I initially thought. So there's that. I understand that Vesmora is likely annoyed. She is, expressive with the difficulties that she is having. Bramura been sort of silent in this regard. She does not seem to speak her mind one way or another, but I know that she's looking at money to be made. Varum, he's the leader of the Anvil Assembly, the craftsmen. I think that at the moment they are potentially being kept in the dark. I don't know. I think that what it seems like is that he is annoyed at the moment, but only because he knows that there is something that a new material that is floating around that could be made into some crazy shit. So he's like, that's his whole thing. Those guys love experimenting with new stuff all the time. So that's I don't know how he feels exactly. I think he's looking forward to seeing whatever it is.
Oh boy.
And of course, Aeronaut, he's, a boulder.
Yeah. Yeah, the immovable object. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know. That helps us with our next steps. Right, guys? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Already
just me.
knew Romuna was probably off of the table, as she
yes.
a lot of money. Perhaps we could talk to Varham. We may be able to sway him in our favor.
I I don't know, after hearing about his excitement for whatever that new substance is.
I feel I'm taking risks with, we need sure things here.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, I suppose there is an angle to work with Farum. They are forge masters. He is the forge master, head of all things that are assembled. If there is a way to make something, he knows about it and is in charge of it. If you need sway him, I would recommend that is the angle you take.
That is very interesting. He knows how
And
to make
if
things.
we were to procure a unique thing that we needed made into I don't know, a blade.
Oh, now you are using your brain.
Okay,
We have a very valuable avenue.
that is
Although we probably should not have said that word.
Thank you so much for the information.
What do you mean? I
So
was
much.
just thinking out loud. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just if we needed something, we don't. So, but I wonder, gosh, the possibilities.
The clipboard he slid across the desk earlier, he's like slowly sliding back towards him.
I look at the clipboard, I say, don't. Put it back.
Okay.
So, well, okay. I think that takes care of what we need for now. Thank you for your time. Hopefully this wasn't as stressful as we may have made it sound.
Well, I suppose it was a little less stressful, but I suppose the prospect of your failure is a possibility, and that is also that is worrying, because if you do fail, then well, things could potentially, a lot of things changes, and my job is at risk, and then maybe in the entire city. So still stressed, but hopeful. Yay!
Yay!
Sometimes we just need to hold on to a little hope. Well,
Right. Sure, if you say so. Please don't fuck it up.
right. Yo, I think I've been around you for far too long. That just felt very... That felt unnatural. Oh,
Beautifully said, Delphine.
just so-
We do just need a little bit of hope.
You're so wise,
It's just
Delphine. I want you to know that. I think
weird.
you're very
Okay.
wise. Call back.
Mm.
Oh, should we? I'm assuming we've left by now, right? We were left.
Mm-hmm.
Should we speak to Varham and see if perhaps we can arrange for cooperation?
What?
Okay, well,
should we wait
how-
until after to talk to him?
How do
once-
we ask him to make us blades without telling him that we need blades?
That's what I was thinking. Like, what if we do the whole thing? Like, get rid of the Oak Blood. We have the people who already on our side help us, and then afterwards we go, "Oh my god, I can't believe all that crazy shit happened. Hey, can you make some swords out of these, please?" They'd
Well, I
look
mean, we
cool.
don't really
Yeah.
need swords. We just need blades.
Okay,
Just
okay.
an
You
dagger, you know?
You're doing the literal thing again, Delphine. Blade swords.
I'm
It's the same thing.
sorry.
The same thing.
Hold on. Ziggy, where are we?
I would
Yeah,
say.
we're not in public.
I was gonna say. you tell me. I mean, you would have
We're
left
not talking out loud. We're
at
not.
the very
Yeah, we
least
wouldn't
left
we
the
wouldn't have
office.
this- we wouldn't have a conversation about this unless, like, we were
Like,
pretty
out
sure
in the
that we
open,
were,
yes.
yeah, like in a private area. We could speak in hushed tone.
Yes.
Now we can walk. We
Look at these
can
rolls.
head back to the
Look
house.
at rolling.
Don't look at them. They're behind the board. Don't look at them.
We're just gonna
I
head
can
back
hear
to
him.
the house
I can hear
for
him
now.
rolling.
Yeah.
Back to the house,
Yes,
okay.
I'm tired.
Yes,
Okay.
because I think I need an ale to wash whatever that is
Oh
out
my
of my mouth,
God.
because that
Who
is just
he?
What the fuck?
I don't think I've ever heard you ask for an ale before.
I just I don't know where that came from. That was
Well then, ales for everybody. That's the
I'll
ale
take
sound.
one.
Oh yeah, let me just make yours. Keel, how you like it?
yeah.
I forgot you were here,
You
Keel.
know, I could make blades. I made spines. Keel's gonna point at spines, very proud of herself.
That is
Very
true.
Did
That
do
is
that.
true.
She's very good.
Spine seems to recognize his name, and he sort of like stands up, like kind of a little bit straighter. It appears to be intelligible.
I go
Has
to pet him, but it hurts.
okay, question. Has Spines always been so aware?
Sentient.
So
Technology you've got here.
I thought he was broken, but he's just, he kind of looks around. I think he thinks.
This isn't like a programming trick.
Alive.
I don't know.
Weird. It's not
No,
alive.
I
look at
mean,
it. It's all metal.
not
Ziggy, can I roll
Yeah,
insight on
this-
Spines to see if I can tell if he's alive?
Yo, Congo, this is not. Look at it.
Yukok is going to stare into Spines' skull. Unless he has something else that would be a better roll.
I just
I was looking-
remember he was very
Mhm.
clunky and just
Appears
very
more conscience.
he just is more graceful and curious now.
He's been looking at things. Like, looking at them, like, not like just looking at them blankly, but just looking at them. It's, I don't know.
Yes, I came out of my trance once and he was just there watching me. It was
What the fuck?
not, just curious, I guess. I thought maybe you had
Is-
just left him there.
Is
But-
it possible Spines has been swapped?
Means. Gil's gonna immediately run over and try and inspect Spines to see if there's anything different about the way he's put together.
When did Spines never mind.
Start acting strange.
I'll tell you what, just as you guys are talking, Keel, give me investigation or arcana. Insight, if you'd like.
Investigation.
God damn.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Jeez,
well.
okay.
He is actually looking into his soul.
Okay. I have a clarifying question for Keel. When you made Spines, what exactly is he made up of? Obviously, it's mostly metal, but just like anything internal that is happening with him, what was like what was the makeup, would you say it is?
scrap metal, copper, just like discarded bits of metal and junk that she was finding.
Okay. Would you say the copper that is like, in and amidst him, is there any like tubing of any kind?
Yeah, that'd be a bit.
Okay. All right. I would say looking closer at Spine's kill, just like going over like his internals and whatnot. There is something new about Spines in his internal bit, and in fact, like as you're looking him over and digging through him, and it just like messing with the tubes, it like just shifting them around a little bit. A small amount of that's a 20. A small amount of blood pops out of the tube.
Oh my god, he's alive.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's
Stop
alive.
it! He's bleeding!
Why is bleeding? What do you mean?
Can he bleed?
Is that just dry
Oil?
blood from when somebody hurt themselves? Or, I
It's
mean,
oil. It has to be oil, right?
Hold on.
Uh,
Delphine's gonna reach out and she's gonna get a little bit on her finger and she's gonna smell it and be like, "No, that's definitely blood."
Well, because it's metallic, it was inside a robot.
No, I know the difference. Hello.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were a vampire too.
I have medicine
Tasted a lot of blood.
skills.
And for me, I apologize. I just didn't. I don't know.
You
if have to
know,
do time, you know.
Don't play into the stereotypes about my people, please. That's rude.
Hey, you said that. Don't put that shit on me. don't put that on me.
Okay. Yo, just looking at Spines, like either when or just before Keel starts looking at him thoroughly. There. So Spines' eyes, Keel, they're like little bolts that have like a little light within them. Yes.
Yes, yep.
That's fucking 20. You look at him, yo, and the light, it like blinks for a second, like as if something, the light itself, it just dims quickly and then, relights, but it's almost as if, Spine's just trying to recreate blinking because he's been watching you guys do it. It appears that there is thought occurring in that little head.
I believe that Spines is learning, and his small metal skull is not empty.
That's
Simply
not
when I
alive.
put him together.
Yes, I don't think it's alive. There's no way. It's not possible. It's a trick of the light.
I didn't
Okay,
put blood
well,
in him either.
The blood says different, so I think going forward you need to be very careful about how you open him up. Because it looks like he could actually be injured.
Better when he wasn't alive.
Okay, let's...
Not like it's better than if he was dead, but like it was better when he was here but not alive. You know what I mean? Like just a robot.
Keel's gonna cover where you'd assume his Spines' ears to be.
No offense, I guess. Does it speak common? I don't know.
Don't know.
Has something of this type come to life?
Here we go.
What type of
When-
animal was it again?
A lot. Of,
Yeah,
like
like
a
an
hen, isn't it?
echidna.
echidna. That's
right?
the word I was looking for.
Did I say that right?
Yeah. We've been around a lot of strange magic. Possible that somebody got dosed with some hag magic along the way or something.
Oh, maybe he got too close to one of Shari's experiments.
A lot of possibilities.
Do you think she would have done something to him?
I don't know.
Mm. I mean, is this really a bad thing, though?
I think so.
Well, he'll cover its ears again. The thing is,
Keel's
if
going
it's
to come span disease.
if it's alive, that means it can die. No, it might be worse.
I mean, yes, but that's what I'm here for.
Luck.
Keep that from happening.
It's alive. It's alive.
Weird, it's freaking me out. I don't like how he's looking at me.
It's blankly staring.
Stop looking at me like that. Look at C or something. Over there. Still looking at me. It won't stop. Keel, make it stop.
Keel's gonna like uncover Spines' ears. Are you in pain, Spines? I'm just gonna gently pat him.
The eyes blink again. But, I mean, it doesn't show any signs of pain.
Like, what does that mean?
Don't know. I mean, doesn't seem to be. I don't know. It's not making. Does it make sounds? I don't know.
Only apart from when I need to oil these joints.
Okay. Well, you know, I feel like this is probably a later future us issue. You know, I mean,
Issue? Spines is not an issue. He's a part of us.
no, it's not an issue. It's just it's not really anything that we need to worry about. Like I said, I mean, I don't see it as a bad thing. It's just, you know, we just should keep an eye out for him. He needs to be a bit more careful because we don't need him bleeding. So,
I could teach Spines
Wonder-
to build stuff as well.
you he would definitely be curious, I'm sure. I wonder if I could heal him. It's so odd.
The little robot sort of just like scanning all of you as you're staring at him. It's just looking.
But then
back
again,
and
we've
forth.
been dealing with a lot of odd things. She's gonna glance at her hands. So, about
At least
that
I got a
plan,
friend. What's the plan again?
are we chopped liver?
Sorry.
Do you have any chopped liver? I'm a little hungry.
I mean, go look in the kitchen.
Okay.
I'll be right back for 2 minutes. I gotta grab some.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing.
I am unsure as to what our next step should be.
I mean, we can talk to the what was his name, Varun?
If we do, we need a good plan and a good reason to talk to him.
Yes,
Now.
I think that'll be an after thing because
I agree.
there's no way that we can just go to him and say, "Hey, we need your help with, this," uh, because they're after this really cool new thing that you're wanting to get your hands on.
Yeah, it feels like he is more inclined. If he's following his own best interests, they may not line up with ours. We might be able to bring him a few things, but they could bring him a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're not
But
offering
they're
him that kind of long
also,
term.
I think, like us, they're not going to divulge that information until they have it in their hand.
Was it him that the Accord said was getting excited about money, or was that someone else?
No, that was
Jenikutsi
the
just
glass
subscribed.
exchange.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Ramuna.
Okay.
Jenny, thank you for the
So,
43. Hello.
Which
Just
means that we have to avoid Bazil as well.
Yeah, it's dope. Thank you. I agree.
I don't know. The Smith is it's a tricky one. I feel it's dangerous waters approaching him, and if we do, we must be very careful.
Do we still believe that there is no benefit in trying to convince Mayana to do the same as Vesmora and Shatterfoot?
Not that I can think of. I don't think she'll agree to it. I think that when the time comes and we stand up there and we ask for vouchers, I think she'll just sit quietly in the corner as she does.
I think
The problem I see in a situation where perhaps all of the guild leaders are brought together, we only have 2 of 7.
We don't plan to go there empty-handed, do we? We plan to go there with evidence. Halgrim has his weird thingy.
Yes.
they won't be able to speak up against that. I mean, that is,
Yes.
and
And
if
how's it we go on?
I don't, although she doesn't care, if it's put in front of her like that, I don't see her speaking out against us with
Oh,
such
neither.
blatant proof. Yes. So
Neither
I
do I. I
mean,
just don't see her speaking out for us either necessarily, right?
right.
Which is
But
just weird.
speaking
believe
against
the
the Oak
insurance-
Bloods, yes.
I believe the insurance could be beneficial, but I think there is a high likelihood that you lot are correct in her not caring.
But there's also the whole, she might be indebted to them.
Oh yeah, there is
This
that possibility too.
is true.
Yes, a good point. I'd forgotten about that.
So we don't know how deep that rabbit hole goes. I need to see if Saffron is still here, because I know he said that he was going back out to actually complete the trip to Bannerhold.
Oh, he'll be some time then.
Right.
Then let us go and see if he has left or not yet.
Okay.
Do you?
What the fuck are you rolling for?
You didn't
Oh
see it. You
my
didn't see it.
god.
You didn't see it. He did see. He's not rolling. We don't know that.
Okay. Where are we headed?
At least he's not saying yippee, because that's what scares me. We're heading to the temple to see if Saffron is still in town.
Okay. Heading over to the temple. Well, okay. You asked what the role was. I was seeing if you're still in town, and just barely. As you guys are, entering the temple itself, you see Saffron. He has, a sort of like a satchel packed with him. He's got a couple of the Val that are following him to get heading out here. Let me move you guys over. But yeah, he is like in the process of getting ready to leave here today. But he sees you guys and you walk up and he's, yes, I'm glad to have caught you all before I was leaving. I probably should have made it a point to come and see you beforehand. That is my fault. Are you all, is everything all right? Let me get him. There he is.
I wish I could say. Oh, how do I say that? This is so difficult. I know that you have heard a lot of very shocking things come out of my mouth lately. And I would hope that it hasn't changed your views of me. And that, you still trust that I have the house's best interests at heart.
He pauses for a moment and he, looks at the couple of the Val dwarves that are with him. He's, would you two mind waiting just outside the temple? I won't be too much longer. And he sort of ushers them out, and as they start to leave and they get out of earshot, he sort of like looks around the temple to see who all is looking. It's a quieter part of the day. And he gets a little closer. He's, Delphine, you are doing good work here. I understand that this place is not one of, well, frankly, much of anything of saving for anyone who crosses our paths. And while it may be looked down upon by most here, I find it admirable that you are attempting regardless. If anything, you and he looks to the rest of you, and you and your friends have saved my life. How could I not sing your praises? Even if that is a bit out of the ordinary for our people. So, of course not. My view has... I wouldn't... It has not changed based on what you have told me, and in fact, if it has changed, it is for the better.
Good. That is really good to hear. Because I need to ask you a couple of really tough questions.
Oh?
Do you have any knowledge of Lady Mayana being indebted to anyone or doing favors for specific people? Ever?
I would not think that Our Lady would put herself in a position to be indebted to anyone, though she has done a couple of favors for people here and there, though I don't believe that it's been anything out of the ordinary, at least not to my knowledge. Favors.
Have you ever heard of her bringing someone back from the dead?
There's like a look of like, what the fuck are you talking about on his face? He said, no, what? That is not unheard of, especially here.
I know. It caught me off guard when I heard too. But there was a dwarf that was brought back after being dead for weeks by someone in our house.
That would require a hefty amount of necromantic magic. That is...
And there are very few people capable of that.
You're right. If it has happened, I feel as if that is within her reach, but I just cannot see her doing such a thing.
No. The problem is that it was a favor or a service. I mean, it could very well have been a paid service. We don't know. For the Oakbloods. And if we mean to move against them, do you see where I'm going with this? If she's somehow in league with them, or indebted, that puts our house in jeopardy. It calls the integrity into everything into question. And I need to know that we'll have her support.
Well,
but I can't ask her directly because she hates me.
From our conversation, I believe it was yesterday, it would appear that you have her support. I am hard pressed to believe that she would have strings attached to such a group. I feel as if, honestly, I mean, there is a reason she's been doing this for hundreds of years and has been alive as long as she has. I mean, people have made attempts on guild leaders' lives before, and not not to, say anything drastic here, but she is among them. There are some here in Blackstone who are not fond of our god. So, but that being said, if she has struck a deal, or maybe it was a one-time thing, I cannot see that she would allow them to loom over her head. You understand, she has a very high view of herself, and while she, I can imagine, sees us, drow, below her, she sees our people above the rest of everyone else. That includes the dwarves. She would not allow us to be controlled by measly criminals that live in the hollows. But it is not without reason that something may have occurred where there was a deal struck, maybe at one point in time. I hesitate to say that it would have been continuous.
I'm having to choke down my rage that she would do something like this after labeling me a blasphemer for even suggesting it when Juno. But that's neither here nor there. You are right. She's not one to have anyone lord anything over her other than Eros himself, but we're just trying to we're making a move against the Oakbloods. Since you won't be here, what they're after, it's too dangerous to let them continue on as they are. We have to stop them.
Sorry, please go on.
I'm just hoping that when the time comes and we do what is necessary, that she will not turn her back on me yet again.
I understand the worry.
Surely she'll see the benefit to the house over her disdain for me.
I would imagine that she would. There have been many of us that she has not taken fondly to before, and I'm sure there will be many after. Though she is rather cross with you. I cannot see her risking our house for those dwarves, those people. So I think that ultimately she will be on your side, but I'm certain it will not be without hesitation. Maybe not hesitation, more an unwillingness, but it will be necessary for her.
Reluctance.
Yes, that's a better way to put it.
Yeah. That I can live with. Okay. So should we just wait until the time comes, or do we tell her ahead of time? Do you think she'll even care?
Based on the conversation that we've had already, likely not. It sounds like she understands the situation and is, like, as you said, reluctantly on your side, so I don't think that it would be... I mean, you can speak to her. I don't know if that would improve your standing, but I think that she's at the very least on the same page. She wouldn't have given you the map otherwise.
Yeah, that's my thinking as well. Okay, Okay. Everything else we can address later, if ever.
All right. Well, I am off to Bannerhold, and he looks to you, Aubrey. Is there any advice? I've not been to Bannerhold much. I visited once, and it was very brief. This stay, I would imagine, is going to be a bit longer.
Any advice? Oh. If you see anyone wearing a big, stupid hat, don't say anything rude to them.
Why is that?
You'll go to prison.
Oh.
What?
Yes, you don't want to piss them off.
And when you mean...
We're a proud people. In
The
Bannerhold.
nobles, they're very
they don't-
proud. Egos huge.
Oh,
Just
you've been.
well,
I didn't realize you'd been to
just-
Bannerhold, Delphine. Why don't you tell him about it?
I'm sorry. I just from what you've told me.
She's right. The nobles' egos are very big. She's right.
Delphine's going to be standing behind Aubrey, just motioning. Huge. So arrogant. So arrogant.
I turn around to see if I can see what she's doing.
She's going to smooth her hair back and. Just-
I see. Well, honestly, it sounds like it won't be that too much of a difference from dealing with Our Lady, so maybe I could just apply that knowledge there, huh?
Actually, not a bad idea.
Brilliant idea. Exactly. Yes.
I see. Well, I will have to bear that in mind. It is that strict there. Just being rude to someone could end you up in a cell.
If you're rude to the wrong person, and not generally. No, it's a proud city. It's quite a strict city. The city guards are well trained and vigilant. So, watch yourself.
Try not to be too literal with them, too. Apparently, that's a bad thing.
We don't want a sword, we want a blade. Sorry.
I see. I will bear that in mind. All right. Well, is there anything that you need from me before I depart?
You know how long you'll be gone?
It could be the traveling there is going to take a few days, maybe the better part of a week or so. Once I'm actually there, we are estimating a few days if depending on how things go, it could be longer. I cannot imagine that I'd be staying for more than a couple of weeks, but yeah, I will be there for some time.
Oh, well, who knows? Maybe we'll bump into each other again then.
Oh, you plan on making a trip to Bannerhold?
Possibly. We might have to drop Aubrey off.
Doesn't like me very much.
I can see that. All right. Well, I suppose if you make your way out there, then it will be nice to have some friends in the city.
Be safe.
Of course. He sort of like he bows his head for a moment, and you see like there's a moment of like contemplation. Again, he like sort of like darts his eyes around, and he quickly sort of gives you a hug, Delphine, and then walks around and heads on his way.
Arrows protect him.
Okay. What are we doing?
I don't know what else we could do, honestly, other than actually the fucking main shit. I'm trying to think.
Well, I guess that answers that.
It is problematic.
Not really problematic. I mean, it's pretty much what I suspected. I mean, she isn't going to take a stand one way or another until we have the proof. And then she will side with us.
Makes sense.
So, I mean, we can count on her, because as much as she dislikes my existence, she would not have given the map, because that is a very, well, that is no small thing. And if she didn't believe in what we're doing, she would not have given it. So I will give her credit for that. I feel incredibly paranoid all the time now. This is new to me. I don't know how anybody can exist out like this.
The wonderful world of political subterfuge.
I hate it.
I love it. This is in my blood. This. Oh yeah, I'm right at home here.
Okay, well, so, well, if you're right at home, then what next?
Yes, that's right. Next.
Yeah.
Well, you see, next is, I feel like Russell Brand on Piers Morgan the other night. I don't know if you saw that interview. It's not going to be funny if you didn't. Well, so what do we have? We have two of the guild leaders. We're pretty confident they're on our side. We're quite confident that Lady Mayana will join us once evidence is presented. The glass exchange shall not, but the other guilds should at that point, if they aren't inclined to, they should be pressured to go along with the other guilds at that point anyway, I think. No one's going to want to stand in front of half of the city and stand opposed to them, especially if we have the vow and the accord on our side. I don't know. Unless we have another ally to gain, I don't know what else is to be done other than do the thing. We need to wait for... I'm sorry, there's so many names. The mining lady to bring us... Vesmora to bring us the stock that she has so that we know what we've got. Because if she brings us enough, we need not go down into the mines. Am I wrong about that? Well, we don't know how much she has, but if she has enough...
Well, she said that she has a tiny bit. I mean, you have to think that... But at the
I'm
same
assuming
time...
she won't.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be all that we need. That's the problem.
We can plan for both, right? If it's not all we need, then we go down and we continue the plan as normal. if it
And it's
is what we
definitely
need,
not going to be what Gul'dan wants, that's for sure.
for sure. Well, no, but if we have what Gul'dan asked us for, and it's enough, assuming she does give us enough, then we could tell him whatever we want. We could tell him we went down there and got it. The important thing is we have it and he wants it, right? So
because
it
we
just
can
depends how
show
much she gives us.
him, the small sample and be like, see,
Yes.
here's a bit of,
Yeah, there's more where that came from, baby.
right. But you have to help us because it is incredibly heavy. Maybe, and that he can
And
come
only
down
bring people we
and
trust because, we don't want the secret
right.
getting out, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then we spring our trap.
With-
So I suppose
Eros,
next
guide
is
us.
wait for that shipment, see what we have, and then from there we plan our next move.
So, are we actually going to set a trap, or are we just going to lure them down there and beat the hell out of them?
Well, if we have what we need, we should. My father, he taught me something when I was younger. He taught me a very valuable lesson in the art of war, and that lesson was never take a fair fight. If we can set things up to our advantage, we should.
Yes.
You can make a trap.
There's little
I've
honor
heard-
in it, but there's little honor in losing.
I mean, true. Keel could make us
He'll got
a trap.
100%. Yes. It's a grand idea. I think that we will do after we have gained the supplies. We work out where we want to take them, set the trap, bring them there, spring it, break the tablet.
Right.
I see no way
the
this could
tablet.
possibly go wrong.
It is so crazy that it just might work.
Okay, Master of Disguise, what is this? I'm not turtly enough for the Turtle Club.
Oh my god, I actually almost just choked on my food. Holy fuck.
Oh my god. I
said the
was
Master
just
of
about to
Disguise
take a drink
time.
too. Holy shit.
Wow.
Want to see
my
the talking
god.
baby? Coochie coochie coo.
That was
I like that movie
way
way
too
too much.
fucking hell, bro.
Crazy work that was.
That is-
I
Crazy work.
love that terrible movie.
The funniest thing you could have said to Yo Congo.
You know what? Just a quick sidebar. You know what the worst part about that movie is? Because it's kind of a funny movie, but the worst part is every time the evil villain does his evil laugh, he farts afterwards.
No.
It's the stupidest part of that whole fucking movie.
Hate it.
All right, sorry about that.
Okay, well, I guess we can.
Let's go over that plan one more time for the DM because I need to know how I'm prepping for next week.
Jesus. I mean, honestly,
Plan?
so
You go.
we get the sample from Vesmora.
Mhm.
Yes.
We reach out to Gul'dan and we tell him, here is proof that we have what you've requested, but it is far too heavy for us to transport it. We're gonna need help. And to bring only those who know about it with him, and then Keel will set a trap, and then we beat them unconscious and take them into our custody and snap the tablet. And should we contact Shari to let her know?
I think we're showing up with them, aren't we? We don't want to just send them alone. We're doubling back on ourselves.
I know, but I mean, don't you think she's going to be a bit perturbed if we just pop up randomly with these random ass elves?
I suppose she probably shouldn't have given us given a
dwarves?
teleportation tablet to her front door if she didn't want us to do something like that.
Well, I'm sure she probably would expect a bit of discretion, and not have
I
us
think-
show up with strangers.
I think given the information that she's privy to, she will understand our need to act in drastic measures. Now, we could send a
Well,
message to her if we need to, but it
I
needs
mean,
to be
that's
said.
even if she's home. I mean, God.
It's even better if
let's-
she's not. We can just
Yeah, and Charles is there,
leave a little. Well, Charles knows us.
unchecked.
Charles knows us.
Charles tried to eat us.
We
Oh, it was a deal. We were doing a play fight. It wasn't serious.
It sure felt serious to a
It
lot
really
of you.
hurt. It really hurt.
Yeah.
Actually.
really did hurt quite
Yeah,
a
it did.
lot.
It's all right.
Um,
Okay, you.
I could. I don't have a direct line of contact with her, but I could write another letter using the illusory ink spell and send it to her and hope it would get there in time. No one else would be able to see it or read it.
You
Oh,
really
you're actually
enjoy
asking
that
our
ink.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm actually asking your permission. That's right.
Wow, that's
I'm-
you're
I'm a new man.
consulting the group. I'm
Mhm.
proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you want me
We
to
love
write her a letter?
personal growth. I think that would probably be a good idea. Yes.
Okay. And I just want to clarify one thing about the plan.
Mhm.
If we get the sample of the obsidian and it's not enough for us, for our purposes, then we still need to go down there before we call Gul'dan, right? Because either way, we still need to get that done.
I mean, having the oak bloods out of our hair, so to speak.
Yes. But Gul'dan asked us to go down there, right? So I don't imagine that the oak bloods inside the mines will be a problem to us when we're inside the mines if we've not crossed them yet. They think we're helping them, no?
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
So if we don't get enough, then we still need to go down. We need to get enough for us. And then we need to do the trap
Play
plan.
the trap.
Yes.
Ah,
But if we
yes.
do have enough, then we can go straight to that.
So we have to survive a Titan and then beat down a ruthless, I don't know, what do you call him?
Bandit
Gang
leader?
leader, bandit
Yeah.
leader, warlord, whatever.
Yeah,
And
sounds like
his
you've pretty much
best
got a hold
men?
on it. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sick.
Yeah, I think that is what we're planning.
Mm.
Hey,
You know,
hopefully she
that
gives us enough.
is accurate.
We really don't do things the easy way.
Where's the fun in that?
Where's the fun in that?
Exactly what he said. Exactly what he said.
When you're spitting blood as I heal you, I'll remind you that you said that.
Remind us how much fun we're having. I'm
Are
gonna.
we having
I'm gonna,
fun yet?
Are we at the home right now?
I would say if you wanted to head back to the house, you can.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my spell, which is called Illusory Script. And I'm gonna write a letter to Shari. And I'm gonna tell her, it's gonna say, from Aubrey Reginald de la Costa II, yours truly. Do not be alarmed. We may show up on your doorstep in a few days with some, well, it's illusory ink, I can write whatever I want, prisoners. It is of vital importance to our mission and the knowledge with which we are both privy. Do not be alarmed, we will accompany them. Yours truly, Aubrey Reginald Delacosta II. And I go, hey, could you just look over this letter, Delphine, just make sure it looks right? And she looks at it and she can't read it. And I go, oh, fuck.
Ah,
Never mind.
it's
Shit.
blank. Are
Oh.
you pranking me?
No, it's not. It's right here. It says it all. I wrote my name twice. Anyway.
Okay.
I sent it. The letter. That's bird wings flying away.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. I'm so scared. We're setting ourselves up for
A mess.
a
I think this
doozy
is
of
fucking great. I can't wait to see what happens after we
So-
attempt this.
oh my god.
I have a clarifying question. You guys
I'm so scared.
are enacting this plan. You're getting a little bit of the obsidian from Basmora. You're doing this. You're going to teleport these guys back to Shari's. I mean, if you're going with them, before you go down to, maybe get some more from the Titan.
No.
No.
If
Oh.
we get enough from the lady who's going to give us a sample, if we get enough for us, we're not
Mhm.
going to go down there at all. If we don't get
Mhm.
enough, we're going to go down there before we spring the trap
I see.
on them.
I see.
Because
Okay.
the Oakbloods will be like,
Yes.
oh, they're working with us.
I see. Okay. Just clarifying. Okay.
Needs to
that-
prep his battle maps.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we will be fighting the Titan.
Maybe.
Just
Hopefully not.
Maybe.
Hopefully not.
just imagine the scene after when we have these guys like in ropes or whatever, and we're standing in front of all of the fucking guild leaders and the head of the city, and they're all questioning us. That shit's gonna be fucking sick. It's gonna be awesome,
Oh
and then
my
we get thrown in
God.
jail, maybe.
That is a thing. Listen,
Yep.
I'm not gonna say, obviously I don't know what happens one way or another, but what I will say is that, I mean, Delphine and Halgrim both know this. Blackstone isn't a city about magic. A lot of the dwarves for a while there just sort of detested the idea of it being involved in their culture at all. So, presenting magical evidence there or not, who knows?
Yeah, that's
Hey, listen. Sunk cost fallacy, bro. We're in too deep. Sure, we might get more evidence, when we're down there, when we fight them. They'll probably have like a note on their body or something convenient like that. Surely, right, Ziggy?
Sure.
There'll be a smoking gun in their pocket.
Yes, right. I thought of that.
GSR positive.
All right. Okay. Well, that is sort of because I want to include Sakon and all of you, of course, in the next bit of our story here. So I think, short as it may be, that is where we have to call this week's session. And next week we are looking at a lot, frankly. So, yeah.
I have a question for you, Ziggy.
Uh-huh.
When we entered Blackstone and you had like this whole little thing planned out, did you expect our plan to be this convoluted?
No.
Did you expect us to become the CIA?
Nope.
Like, I thought you'd go in there and fight the thing and then leave.
I half expected. I knew that there was going to be some difficulties with, the Oakbloods and potentially even, the lady of the house, and maybe like a guild thing here and there, but it was mostly going to be like focused on the obsidian and potentially personal difficulties that Halgrim and Delphine have here. It has expanded beyond that. The scope has widened exponentially. So
Yeah, we're actually playing politics out here. I kind of like it.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of my fault. I'm sorry.
no, it's good.
It's
It's
me.
great.
I'm the problem.
It's awesome, dude.
No, this
We're-
it's
We're
sick.
saving the city right now from the clutches of an evil bandit group.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, this it definitely has evolved from what I initially thought, but it's going. I love it. It's going great.
D&D, baby.
Well,
Hell yeah, hell yeah.